Hey guys, on this video, I want to talk about money habits that keep people poor. Habits have a tendency to have a ripple effect in your life. So poor habits lead to poor action, and poor action or lack of action leads to poor outcomes. So where you go from here with money is going to be based on the habits that you form and the habits that you actually do today. So if you find yourself in any of these habits, like a lot of us do, now is a good time to make changes to these habits so you can pull yourself out of these habits. Number one, if you have no organization with money, it's a poor habit. And when I say no organization, I mean no tracking of your income, no tracking of your expenses, no idea what the expenses are that you're spending money on. Nothing is written down. Finances are basically all over the place. So if you want to get better at money, guys, you have to organize your money. You got to organize your thoughts and processes when it comes to money. Part of that organization is going to be some type of written budget on a monthly basis that's unique to that month. And when I say unique, it's because things come up every month. There's a birthday in February you want to buy a gift for. There's something going on in June. There's school clothes to buy for the kids in August and September. Whatever it may be, there's always something different month to month. So the monthly budget should be different each month, but it's got to be written down, got to be on paper, on a Google spreadsheet, on an Excel spreadsheet, whatever. It has to be somewhere written down. You've got to get organized with your money if you want to even think about pulling yourself out of poverty, right? You got to have some way of organizing not just your income and expenses, but organizing your assets and liabilities, organizing your debt, and then having a plan to attack that debt and paying that debt off. These are all the things that come along with being organized with money. Now, number two, the second thing that keeps people poor is not investing money for the future or investing way too little for the future. Listen, always, always, always pay yourself first every time you get paid. It's old school, it's cliche-ish, but it works. It matters. It makes a difference 10, 15, 20, 30 years down the road. Pay yourself first. Invest in your future first. Invest. Now, invest in appreciating things that go up in value, but you gotta be investing for the future somehow. Your future self relies on the investing and the amount of investing you do today. Whether it's a 401k match at your job, whether it's some type of retirement plan, whether it's just investing in the stock market in terms of mutual funds or index funds or ETFs, or whether it's investing in real estate, you need to be putting something to the side that's appreciating in value for down the road for you because you need to take care of the old you. Now, the third poor habit is the inability to tell yourself no, to delay gratification and say, wait, be patient with my spending. Let me not just spend, understanding what the wants are and what my needs are, and being able to say, I need to wait on that purchase. I don't have to make that purchase right now. Being able to delay gratification and tell yourself no is a habit that a lot of poor people don't have. And by the way, when I say poor people, I don't mean just poor people that are homeless or don't have anything. There are a lot of people that look like they have money that are poor. They look like they're doing well, but they're poor. They're middle class, making $100,000 a year, but spending $120,000 a year. They're poor. So poor doesn't have to be somebody that looks like they're living in poverty. Poverty can happen because you make a lot of money and you spend a lot of money and you have no money left over. You have a lot of debt. That's poverty too. But I digress. My apologies. You gotta make sure you have the ability to tell yourself no, especially in a world we live in where they're bombarding you with all types of advertisement everywhere you go. You turn on the computer, you turn on your cell phone, you turn on the TV, you go to a movie. Everybody is advertising and trying to sell you. So you got to have an extra dose of discipline, an extra dose of no, an extra dose of delayed gratification. Now, number four is no skills. If you want to guarantee that you're going to be in poverty from the time you are born to the time you turn 90 years old, have no skills. Lots of poor people tend to stay poor forever because they never gain any valuable skills that are valuable to the marketplace. I don't mean skills that's valuable to you. I mean skills that people will pay you for and pay you handsomely for to actually perform. Poor people stay poor because they do not up their skills. They don't level up when it comes to getting better and better skills, more skills. So you have to increase your skill set to make more money. Number 5 is your view of debt. If you think that debt is something that's okay, I'm going to have forever, I'm going to live and die my entire life with debt, so I might as well take on a whole bunch of debt and I don't care about debt, chances are that you may be poor. But if you're able to see debt in a couple of different ways, it can help you out. In other words, I'm not a person that believes in good debt, bad debt, but I am a person that believes that some debt is tolerable. Some debt I'm okay with, and that debt is debt on appreciating assets. If I have debt on things that are going up in value, I'm okay because they're appreciating. But if I have debt on things that are going down in value, that's a problem. Consumer debt, credit cards, or debt on vehicles, automobiles, and things that are going down in value. That's a problem for me. So I don't get into the conversation of good debt versus bad debt, but my idea is that some debt is okay because it's tolerable, and some debt is not tolerable. And the debt that's not tolerable is on things that are going down in value. The debt that's tolerable is on things that are going up in value. Real estate, land, businesses that are actually making money and making profits. Those type of debts are okay. But if you believe that debt is always going to be there and you can't do anything about debt, then guess what? You're probably going to be in poverty, and you're probably going to have a huge liability side of the equation, and it's going to make your net worth less, keeping you potentially in poverty. Now, number 6 is this: fear. People that are poor tend to have more fear about the world and the world around them. And when I say fear, I don't mean just nervous and won't come out the house, but I mean won't try anything new, won't step out on the ledge and try something. Fear of failure. Scared to do something because you're scared that you're going to fail at something. Scared to take action because you're worried about what other people think or what people around you are going to say. Right? That type of fear will keep you in poverty because it'll keep you from learning what you need to learn. It'll keep you from meeting the people that you need to meet. It will keep you from trying the things that you need to try to get out of poverty. And it'll keep your world very, very small. You have to be willing to take a chance. You have to be willing to take a step out on a limb, to give it a shot, to give it a try. If you want to succeed more in life, you have to fail more in life. And people that stay in poverty, they just don't want to try because they just don't want to fail. There's too much fear. Get over the fear. Everybody fails. Failing is not failing. Failing is just learning. So if you want to get out of poverty, you have to be willing to take a shot. You got to be willing to get that new skill. You have to be willing to go to those classes and get that training, or go to that webinar, or spend money on that conference. You have to be willing to do some things to get out of your fear, because winners do things while they're scared. Winners, people that win with money, they do things with their money. Even when they're not quite sure and there's some fear there, they do it anyway. Now, number 7, the 7th thing that keeps people poor is they want to get rich quick. They want to get rich right now. They want to go for any and every new thing that's out there that comes along that maybe promises getting rich fast or getting wealth quick. Listen, if you're trying to get rich quick, you're violating so many principles that I can't even begin to name them on this video. Getting rich quick is not the route to true wealth. Getting rich quick is not the way out of poverty. Getting rich quick can be problematic because you're stepping over so many steps. You're not going through the process that it takes to actually build wealth and keep wealth. So never, never, never try to get rich quick. If you're in poverty, don't try to chase money. Don't chase the money. When you chase money, you're going to be chasing forever. And you're going to get yourself in a lot of problems and issues, and you're going to lose a lot of time, a lot of sleep, and a lot of money. Take your time. Figure out the slow, steady route to get out of poverty and to build some wealth. But it takes some time. You cannot get rich quick. Shortcuts don't typically work when it comes to money. Now, does it work sometime for some people? Yeah. And you'll read about those people on social media who got rich quick and all of a sudden something happened. Or they got rich quick and they won the lottery, and then 2 years later or 5 years later, they have no money. You'll read about those people all the time. It does happen. And it does happen successfully for a very, very small group of people, right? Somewhere in the world right now, somebody is getting rich quick. Somewhere in the world right now, somebody is getting struck by lightning. Somewhere in the world right now, somebody is falling through a pothole, right? There's always those one-offs, and they do happen. But for the most part, for most of us, getting wealthy or getting rich or leaving poverty is a process. It takes some time, it takes some effort, and it takes some patience and some persistence on your part. Now, number 8 is simply this: a lack of focus. A lot of people that stay in poverty because they're looking at everything else. They're focused on the vacation. They're focused on the concert. They're focused on everything else except getting better with their money. Now, focus is not the same as worship. We never want to worship money, but we do want to focus, because what we focus on has a tendency to grow. Where we place our focus and our intention has a tendency to get better. So focus on money. Focus on building some wealth. Focus on laying a good personal financial foundation. Focus on doing a budget. Focus on having an emergency plan. Focus on getting out of debt. Focus on the things pertaining to your money. Be intentional with your money. When you focus on your money and stop focusing on other people's money or other people's lives or social media or entertainers and celebrities, when you leave those things alone and begin to focus on you and your personal finances, things get better in your personal finances. You can pull yourself out of poverty if you focus on your money. So hey, that's my 8 habits that poor people have. And hopefully I gave you a few things to think about if you're in poverty and you want to get out of poverty. Do me a favor, guys. Drop me a comment below. Can you think of one more thing that keeps people poor? Drop that in the comments below for me. Hey, I offer one-on-one financial coaching and mentoring, and I also do free 15-minute phone calls to anybody just to see if I'm a good fit for you. Check out my contact information in the notes below. If you got anything at all out of this video, smash that like button for me, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber, and turn your notifications on, and check out some of these videos right here for more videos just like this. Hey, the best person to take care of the old you is the young you. Do me a favor, take care of yourself and take care of other people. Until the next video, peace.